Oh, y'all, brace yourselves because this drama just cranked up to an entirely new level. Kevin Hunter has officially taken Wendy Williams to court, slapping her with a lawsuit that accuses her of swiping his money during their divorce settlement. But that's not even the half of it. He's alleging that Wendy pocketed a staggering $48 million. Yep, according to Kevin, he was not just shortchanged, but flat out defrauded, with a massive fortune somehow concealed throughout the divorce proceedings. The courtroom tension is thick enough to cut with a knife, and this scandal just keeps getting juicier by the second. All right, y'all, we're taking a little break from talking about Diddy today and shifting gears to Kevin Hunter, who's trying to slide back into Wendy Williams' life by reinstating their marriage. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. What in the world?
I'm gonna keep working. My legacy is not over. Whatever I have to do for the legacy, that still includes my entire family, is still not over.
Yep, Wendy's ex-hubby Kevin is out here looking to overturn their divorce. What does that even mean? Basically, if he gets his way, they'll be walking down the aisle again, husband and wife, all over. But hold up, Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, is out here fighting this like her life depends on it. She ain't having it, so what's really going on? Well, according to Kevin, Wendy only had $7 million to her name when they split. But hold up, y'all remember a few months back when Wendy's BFF, Regina Shell, came through with some receipts in an affidavit? She claimed Wendy actually had a whopping $55 million in her account. Now, Kevin is trying to vacate their divorce based on fraud, misrepresentation, and misconduct. Will the judge even entertain this mess? I don't know. But when I saw Big Kev trying to flip the script and overturn that divorce, baby, I was shook. Let's break this all the way down though. This tea comes straight from the US Sun, and they're calling it an exclusive Wendy's nightmare. Buckle up, because it's about to get real. Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter demands divorce be overturned because she hid $48 million from him in settlement. The article goes on to say, according to court documents exclusively obtained by the US Sun, Kevin Hunter is petitioning the court to vacate and set aside their final divorce judgment based on fraud, misrepresentation, and misconduct. All right, y'all, let's dive into what it really means when somebody tries to set aside a divorce judgment, because I want your gears turning just like mine. Basically, when a divorce judgment gets set aside, the court wipes it clean like it never even happened. Poof, no more divorce. Wendy and Kevin would be back to square one, legally still married. So now the real question is, why is Kevin trying to go this route? What's got Big Kev so pressed to hit that reset button? Let's break this down and see what kind of game he's really playing. Cause trust, it's all chess moves with him, and I know y'all are starting to see what I'm seeing. Now, in a Wells Fargo portfolio from May 2019, when the couple divorced, submitted into the case by her guardian, Wendy appeared to have $7,319,032.15 in what is listed as her total holdings. Now, when we talk about total holdings, we're looking at the full scoop on what an individual or entity owns in terms of assets and investments. Baby, let me find out Wendy was out here pulling an Ike Turner with her money moves. But let's keep it real. We all know Wendy had way more than just $7 million in her account when she and Kelvin parted ways. So what's really going on behind the scenes? As we dig deeper, it's clear this ain't just about numbers. It's about control and what Wendy was really worth at the time of their split. Kevin's throwing around claims of fraud, but it's looking like he might just be trying to play the long game to keep that cash flow in check. Let's see how this unfolds. The article goes on to say, however, as the US Sun previously reported, the former daytime TV hostess' best friend, Regina Shell, submitted an affidavit into the divorce proceeding, alleging that Wendy had a total of $55 million in her account as of 2022. Now, let me break it down for you, fam. Back in June 2024, Regina Shell slid into the New Jersey court with an affidavit spilling all the tea. She said that in July 2022, Wendy invited her over to chill for a bit. During that visit, Wendy showed Regina her Wells Fargo account balance, a whopping $55 million. Can you believe it? Wendy was thinking about switching up her financial game and even looking at options for her estate. Fast forward to December, and Wendy and Regina were sitting down with Bank of America's private banking crew, Y'all know, the senior VP, private client advisor, the whole 9 yards. They were talking about all the fancy financial products they had to offer. Then, things took a twist when Wendy, Regina, and Sabrina Morrissey hopped in the car. Wendy handed Sabrina some documents, and just a few days later, Regina got a call from Wendy's publicist. Apparently, Sabrina told Wendy there was no money left in the account. Girl, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. If y'all are keeping up, it's looking like a wild game of financial cat and mouse. What's really going on here? Let's keep the wheels turning and dig deeper into this mess. Defrosted in the divorce, that's where Kevin claims he was defrosted. Citing Regina's affidavit in the court filing, Kevin alleged that the extra $48 million was fraudulently concealed in the divorce. Now, in response to all this drama, Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, came through with her own filing. And baby, she's not playing. Sabrina straight up claimed that Kevin knew all about the different accounts Wendy had. She wasn't here for the allegations about that extra $48 million either, taking aim at Regina's affidavit that said Wendy had that kind of cash tucked away. Sabrina's all like, hold up, Kevin knew what was up. And she's pushing back hard against any claims that there was some shady business going on with Wendy's finances. It's clear she's trying to protect her territory and make sure this whole situation doesn't spiral out of control. So we're left wondering, who's telling the truth here? Is there really more to the story than meets the eye? Let's keep unpacking this tea because it's heating up. I cannot address what Regina thinks she saw or heard, what a third person thinks she heard, or what that third person may or may not have reported to Regina, Sabrina wrote in her filing on Wendy's behalf. In his papers, Kevin firmly states that Wendy showed Regina her financial statements. Kevin was not there and has no personal knowledge of whether or not this interaction occurred. Girl, it's looking like Sabrina's playing a little game of ring around the rosy with all this back and forth. We're out here trying to connect the dots, and the big questions on everyone's mind are, was there really $55 million in Wendy's account? Did Sabrina straight up tell Wendy that money was gone? And if that's the case, where did all that cash disappear to? I mean, come on, this whole situation is like a financial mystery novel, and we need answers, honey. Sabrina better come with the receipts, because right now it's looking suspect. Folks want clarity, and the stakes are high. Wendy's legacy is on the line, and if there's a scandal brewing, you know we'll be right here sipping that tea. Let's keep the conversation going, because this story is just getting started. Wendy's guardian argues that at the time of the divorce, Kevin stated he was fully satisfied and understood the process and had consulted with professionals to be fully aware of the assets and his rights with regard to such assets, and that, as such, he has absolutely no case to reopen the divorce proceeding. Listen, I'm no legal expert either, so I'm looking to my legal eagles out there for some guidance. If Kevin was told something and accepted it as the truth, that's one thing. But if he was fed a straight up lie and was chilling thinking everything was cool, wouldn't that change the whole game? I'm seriously asking, could this case even be reopened? Now, just to keep y'all in the loop, this back and forth between Kevin and Sabrina has been going on for ages, and you can tell he's not letting up on her at all. It's like a messy court showdown that just keeps on giving. So, what's the verdict, fam? Can a lie be the key to reopening this case, or is Kevin just whistling in the dark? Let's hear your thoughts.
God, pray for my ex-wife, pray for Wendy Williams, Hunter, pray for Wendy Williams, pray that for the family, pray for everybody that's involved. And whatever I'm out here doing, and whatever people think I'm doing, guess what? If I don't go out here and do it, who the is going to, what we going to do? We're going to just let everybody, whatever the display is, whoever's in charge, they clearly don't care. So, and I've been minding my business. I've been doing what I got to do to make these announcements that I'm about to make to show that I am working hard. I'm going to keep working. My legacy is not over. Whatever I have to do for the legacy, that still includes my entire family, is still not over. My son is looking. My daughter's looking. My lady is looking. Everybody's looking now. So at this point, you know, if you don't really care, if you still caught up on that geometry or that news about whatever, you don't really see what's going on here, the real plight, then okay. But please, I'm going to ask you to please refrain, you women, refrain from my comments. Refrain, go get a life, go get a man, go get some, just go do whatever you need to do. But please stop worrying about Kelvin.
Now, according to Kevin, he is arguing that Wendy's guardian, who is a New York attorney and holds guardianship over Wendy in the state, is not licensed in New Jersey where the divorce is held. He also was arguing she is not a party to the divorce case and therefore shouldn't be allowed to represent Wendy in court. In July, Kelvin argued that Wendy's guardian is not an attorney barred in New Jersey, and he questioned her right to represent the former TV host. He calls Sabrina's representation of Wendy akin to practicing law without a license, as she is neither a barred attorney nor a guardian appointed by a New Jersey court in court filings. He also took issue with Sabrina representing Wendy pros, a legal term for representing oneself without a lawyer, because she is not a party to the divorce and therefore should not be involved in this proceeding. And don't forget, just last week, Kevin filed a motion that had everyone buzzing, demanding Wendy show up to the divorce court in person. You know this was a big deal, and during that hearing, the judge listened to all of Mr. Hunter's claims about whether Sabrina can really represent Wendy in New Jersey since she's a New York attorney. And guess what? The judge gave Sabrina a 21-day deadline to prove she's got the authority to do so. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Kevin keeps pushing this idea of protecting the legacy, and he's like, if I don't do it, who will? We may not be the biggest fans of him, but trust, he's playing a chess game against Sabrina. Wendy's out here talking about Diddy like it's no big deal, so clearly she's not as far gone as some folks think. I'm starting to feel like Kevin's trying to pull Wendy into court to spill the tea to a judge about what's really been going on with her, and not in New York, where Sabrina has the upper hand. We all know how shady things can get in those courtrooms, especially with judges who might be playing dirty. Kevin's got a point. If Sabrina keeps running the show, there might not be anything left for Wendy at the end of the day. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and it seems like Kevin is ready to fight tooth and nail to reclaim some control over Wendy's future. What do y'all think? Is he being a protector or just making moves for himself? Let's discuss. And you know Kevin is doing everything he can to get Sabrina out of the picture. But let's keep it real. Should we trust him? Hell to the no, no. But then again, can we really trust Sabrina either? It feels like Kevin's on a mission to make this divorce null and void, all in an effort to push Sabrina aside. If she's out here draining Wendy's funds, soon there won't be a dime left for anyone. Kevin's putting up a serious fight, but reversing this divorce? I don't know if that's the move, honey. We need a different strategy, Kevin. If you get this divorce canceled and you're back in the husband seat, does that mean Wendy can't have a guardian anymore? Does that automatically make you her guardian? I mean, y'all, this is some deep stuff. I want to hear from you. What do you think about Kevin and this whole fight for Wendy's legacy? Is he really looking out for her, or is it all about him? Leave a comment and let's chop it up.